Our monthly recommendations. First, we have Mahindra and Mahindra. So, as I said, it's one of the largest automobile manufacturing company in India. And looking at the quarter 2 results, they have done extremely well. They have even beaten the market estimates. And if you look at Tata and Maruti sales, they have not really done well. This year, first half was very bad for the automobile industry. Many companies that have given an EV target around 4 years back have all cut back on their targets. Even in Europe, all the top players, it's been a very bad year for them. And Mahindra and Mahindra's tractor section, they are the market leaders in tractor, and the management has given a guidance of 15% capture of market share over the current share right now for the next year. So regarding the company, we have a very positive outlook compared to all the other automobile companies. Next, we have two IT companies, HCL Tech and RateGain. HCL Tech is the third largest IT company in India after Infosys and after TCS and Infosys. So last meeting we spoke about the IT sector and how we see a recovery in particularly in the US market, and since how most companies in India they derive a good portion of the revenue from the IT sector. We have a very positive outlook. Especially one thing that we noticed, particularly after the Trump win, was the IT index went up almost 3.5%. So this is, I think, one of his campaign promises was that he will cut corporate tax to 15%, which is around 22% right now. So in general, we are seeing a very positive trend for the IT sector, and for a very long-term outlook, we see a very good recovery coming next sector. Also on the basis of good hiring coming up. And one thing to mention about the RateGain company is, RateGain is a small cap IT sector company, and their product is pricing intelligence. So for companies which are in the industry of airplane and particularly hotels, especially for RateGain, the order books have increased from these companies. Now recently Malaysian Air has given an order for RateGain. So according to the demand and of that particular season, they are able to price the product correctly for the company. And next we have Imami, which is a mid-cap FMCG company. Similar to automobile, FMCG also had a very poor growth. Looking at the quarter 2 result, most of the companies only have 1-digit growth. Most of the companies have not even been doing well. So looking at that, for those interested in investment in FMCG, Imami is a very good opportunity. And Imami mainly they focus on beauty care and healthcare products. Very famous is Navaratna oil, which is very famous, and Jandu balms. They are one of their main two core products. Last year they have made an investment in a company called Helios, which is a premium men care product. And this year they have even increased the stake to almost 95%. So we are expecting all the effects of these to come in the next quarter 3 and quarter 4. And the management also gave a guidance of around 10% growth for the next quarter. So this is something most of the FMCG companies we have not seen. Management is very dull regarding the sector. They say that inflation is there and the demand is less. So for those looking for an FMCG investment, this is a good opportunity. And finally we have Nesco, headquartered in Mumbai. Nesco mainly their main core business is in real estate and exhibition centers. They have 2 IT parks at the core in Mumbai, and they're planning to start a third IT park next year. We are expecting approval somewhere next year. So all that will boost their revenue. The company has very good cash flows, very good balance sheet, fundamentally a very strong and debt-free company. And we'll look at the next year's recommendations. Sorry, we'll look at the last month's review. So Nifty gave a negative return of 3%, whereas the stocks we recommended gave a positive return of 0.59%. And Sharda Cropchem have done really well. They've achieved the target of 15%, and the stock is almost 815. Regarding everything else, as you know, because Nifty was very volatile, most of the companies were on a little downtrend. But we can still hold. There's no need to sell any of the companies recommended. There are 2 new fund offers. For those interested, you can contact the mutual fund department. They'll guide you. Okay. Thank you.